Today I have a really special video for you. It's a chat with Michael Oberschneider, who is a creator of quite a few vessels for Star Citizen, including one of my favorite vessels called Hawk. And he also designed some cool stuff for Star Atlas. And in this podcast, which is about 2 hours long, we're going to talk about concept art, 3D art, what it takes to become a pro, how these vessels and ships are being developed, how this industry works, and what you really need to know in order to make it. All right, so have a good time, enjoy. Now this is part 1. There's going to be a part 2, and there's maybe some other stuff going to come from us, so we will see. But just telling you, we're cooking something, okay, on the low burner at the moment. But anyway, there was also a bit of an issue with Michael's camera, so we didn't use his footage. It was frozen, so we're gonna be just dropping you audio from the screen grab. But for the part 2, we're hopefully gonna fix all the technical issues, and there's gonna be a webcam for it. So so anyway, enjoy the video. And also one more thing, that if you want to have a look at Michael's portfolio, just click the link in the video description. I linked it there. Okay, enjoy. Let's get started. Well, listen, man, I really appreciate your time, by the way, because that's phenomenal. I've been following you for a long time, and I was collecting people with exceptional skills on my art station. And I remember stumbling on your design, and I was like, damn, that's something else. And especially, I think I was looking for the Hawk. When I was
my
Citizen.
first one, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for who the hell made this ship, because I remember I was in an exhibition, this event in Star Citizen, and I was looking at the ship. I was like, this is insane. So then I was like, okay, who made this, right? And it was like years ago. I don't know, 2-3 years ago. And then I found your portfolio, and I was like, damn, this guy likes ships.
Oh yeah, I do, since my childhood. Well, even more long ago, since I'm very, very little. Yeah, I remember the Hawk so well. It was quite a cool, really, really nice start into the Star Citizen universe. Yeah.
How did you actually start with 3D? I mean, how did you, when did you decide, okay, this is what I want to do? Like, what made you, decide?
You mean design, or how do I get into spaceships in general? Or how do I found my passion for spaceships?
I think from the beginning. I mean, how did you discover that you want to do art? Like what
Yeah. This was I think when I saw the first time the trailer of Star Wars on a small, very tiny black and white TV.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was the scene with the robots R2-D2 and when Darth Vader entered the rebel ship. And I was too young to watch the movie, but these scenes already got me. So I was, from this moment on, I was into space, sci-fi, spaceships. I mean, later on, I was always scribbling, sketching spaceships at school on my notepads and everywhere. And after school, I wanted to do something creative. Of course, back at these times, there were no game schools like nowadays.
Yeah.
And there were no YouTube tutorials like crazy. There was no Blender. During my study, I mean, slowly I discovered Feng Su, Scott Robertson, so I used their videos and bought books of Scott Robertson to do the sketching.
Same.
They started studying architecture, because I wanted to design things. And at this study, I also jumped into 3D with 3ds Max. Yeah.
I think architecture gave you a lot of kind of insight to structuring things, not just inside but also outside.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
proportions,
a lot.
Proportions, etc., scale, all that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which helped me so much for designing spaceships. Not just the exterior, but also especially the interior, how the flow of rooms work, how they make sense, how they work, how they function. Yeah, this was extremely helpful.
Right, because that's really
Mm.
like, especially when design something that has, outside and inside, and you have to design, kind of
Yes,
fit the interior, make it
yes.
not just, not just fit the vessel, but also make it livable and believable. Because the
Mm.
interiors in like in Star Citizen or Star Atlas, it's just, they're on a different level. I mean, you really can feel it's kind of like you could just move in, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Everything
yeah.
makes sense, right? So that's really important skill. How did you? Because I mean, ships, they have a lot of mechanical design as well. So
Hmm, hmm.
architecture help you with this as well? Did you have to do some research?
Oh, now here I had to do a lot of research. So I took references, well, like as many other artists, I think,
Mm,
from real life,
right.
real world. So real aircraft, civilian, military, spaceships, NASA, tech, all this stuff, yeah. And yeah, when talking about references, for example, for the spaceship for Star Atlas, the ATS Enforcer,
Mm.
my key references were fighter jets and the macros
Y-
at
You mean the one we see on the
from
screen, right? The on your
from the anime.
screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, exactly the one we see on the screen here.
Let's pop some pictures of it because you have some screenshots, right? I mean the renders.
I have, yeah, I can show some screenshots, of
Yeah.
course.
Let's have a look
Check.
at that.
Here I can show the references first I used.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
this is from my old um, Sega game called Silpede.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know it, but I never played it by myself, but I watched the videos and I always loved the design of the Sparrow ship here.
Mm-hmm. That's a big gun too, damn.
Yeah, you see the similarities. Yeah, even bigger than on mine. Oh, I wish there would be a triple A Silpit game. That would be so amazing.
You have some kind of an anime? I don't watch
So
anime,
all.
man. I live in Japan,
Uh,
but this is
it,
cool.
it's not an anime. It's a game.
Oh, I see.
It's a game IP. Yeah, I mean, and
I can see the influence, yeah, clearly. I mean,
yeah,
the
yeah.
proportions of the gun, also the cuts on the ship, the planar shifts. It's really interesting design language.
When we compare it to the ATS Enforcer,
To the actual ship you modeled, right?
to the actual ship, yeah. I mean, this one is more smooth, more aerodynamic, more contemporary, a bit quite grounded,
Mm-hmm.
but it also has these Gundam vibes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And here you also see the landing gear
Yep.
part. Yeah, here see it deployed.
Oh,
Uh, it
that's a cool render. I like it
yeah.
because there's a lot of depth in it.
Yeah, with the haze always works. Yeah, to push the background back.
You like because this is actually what I really like shooting with a long lens and kind of like a low elevation of the camera angle because it kind of empowers the
Oh, me
model.
too.
You too, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
think maybe that's why I really like your folio because I was like, damn, this guy that's kind of a similar thing. It's like that because
Yeah, yeah.
I like to get like personal and sort of close and personal with things, and I think the long lens is making things very personal and intimate, and also isolates so well because it compresses the the whole
Yeah.
scene, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Oh, by the way, yeah, the other reference was this here. Just even have it here on the screen. Do you see it? Does it focus?
I see still the same image with two guys three guys, sorry.
The image. Wait. You don't see the camera of mine now?
No.
Mm,
It's
because I'm sharing. I will show you later then.
yeah, all right.
Let's continue here. From the back, yeah. Yeah, here you see the final model with textures
So
and decals.
you're texturing as well, or just
I'm texturing as well, yeah. But this one was made in Keyshot. Used a lot of trilinear mapping and a lot of decals.
Yeah, I remember looking at Star Citizen ships, and there's just insane amount of decals and trim sheets, like mental, right?
It is, yeah.
So they flesh out the form, they run the planar shifts, and then literally it's decals and trim sheets, which it makes sense because they're lighter, and who the hell has time to model all this nonsense?
That's true, yeah. Though this stuff here is modeled, these little cuts here, everything.
And how heavy was it on I mean, did you actually use kitbashing? Is it just like, pure modeling?
Yeah, kit bashed parts. For example, this part here. This part from a kit bash set I got from ArtStation. Of course, the pilots.
Well, no, obviously,
It's a mix between the character and the helmet. I also got separately. For the helmet, I used the helicopter helmet. Yeah.
You can't tell from here, so that's fine.
Yeah, right. And this landing gear parts of it, though I changed them heavily. Cutting parts away, closing, changing, adding stuff, mirroring, flipping, yeah, all kind of stuff.
Kitbashing can be also a great, like an inspiration, because when you're building something, I think that's a cool freaking look at that. The silhouette standing so strongly.
Yeah, the silhouette even
Beautiful layering here. Yeah. This is exactly, again, why I like these long lenses so much. Look at this compression, it's so amazing. It elongates the whole vessel, makes it more powerful and cinematic. So cool. And these lines in the back, the horizontal lines, just support the whole composition. It's really lovely. And then you have this break in the middle. It's so cool. Anyway, what I was saying is that kitbashing can actually really inspire, because, well, there's an interesting thing, because when using kitbash elements, right, you need to follow the style of whatever you're building. So that's why probably you need to change things, right?
About the style, I already pick kitbash parts which fit the style from the beginning on. Because if you use kitbash sets which are very, let's say, organic and round, yeah, then it's too much work to adjust it. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
So I use these hardcore sci-fi parts. You can find tons on ArtStation there. And it saves so much time because I can focus on my main shape, I can focus on the silhouette, I can focus on the function, and then I use the kitbash sets which support my scale, also my functionality, for medium and micro details.
Yeah, also kitbash is kind of cool for like this shape discovery, because you look at something, you think, okay, I need to make a landing gear, and then you look at different references, and I don't know how your brain works, but when I look at references, I'm looking for keys and kind of like anchors, and if I find something that I really resonate with, I'm gonna build around it in my head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do the same. Often I skip sketching. I already have a picture in my mind, and I know exactly what I want. And so I jump into kitbash sets and collect my parts, put it into my Blender file, or in this one was modeled in 3ds Max, by the way, and put it there together. Not too many. I mean, you have kitbash sets with 400 pieces. I don't put 100 pieces into my Blender files. I always have two Blender versions open, so two Blender open,
right.
so I can easily copy paste. And also does does avoid that my file gets too heavy anyway. And how many polygons does this one have? 10 million? 20 million? I can show later on in 3ds Max directly.
The vessel, yeah,
for the
I'm
animation.
not surprised.
Yeah.
But this is, how did you, I mean, when you were modeling, you're obviously, because this is 3ds Max, so it must be Sub-D on the top. And you're probably mixing Sub-D with regular Ngon modeling. How do you create these?
For Sub-D, I was modeling quite clean with quads to get the nice Sub-D model.
On the top, right?
Yeah, the top. Otherwise, if you have only Ngons, it's impossible to get. It will not work at all.
How about the gun and stuff, you know, the bottom part, because it's more angular?
That's more angular, yeah. It's a mix between kitbash and modeling. Here I only used chamfers, yeah.
So
there's no
regular Ngon workflow, booleans and Ngons and mix of stuff.
Yeah, here I think here I have maybe Ngons, but I'm not sure. We have to check in the 3D file.
When you deliver a file to, you know, because when you work on stuff like, you know, Star Citizen or like, you know, these vessels, when you that's a cool shot too. When you deliver a vessel as a concept artist, what's the mesh you need to deliver them? I mean, do they really give a shit about the mesh or not really?
Oh, that depends on the company, but they're always happy if they get clean files. And yeah, so the cleaner the better, I would say.
Right.
Of course, for concept meshes, I don't care about topology where I don't see it in the final render, but I care a lot about topology exactly, and it supports my design, my visuals.
No, obviously, yeah. I mean, if you need clean transitions, it's gonna be either CAD or did you maybe try to mix CAD and Polygon software for, you know, modeling something more curvy and organic?
Not yet, but I remember that you suggested plasticity so much.
Oh, man.
So I want to give it a try.
It's fun.
For example, the bottom shape, I think it would be nicer to create in plasticity, to be honest, because you have to be so careful with modeling to get this shape, this smooth and clean, like here. And I think in plasticity you don't have to care so much. You just can focus on your design.
Well, you would be working with curves, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. But I think it would help a lot, yeah.
I think so, yeah. But the good thing about Sub-D, you know, so when you're modeling stuff like this, the cool thing about Sub-D in software like, you know, Max or Blender is that you can use, you know, things like proportional editing, you know, grid fills and all that, and curves as well if you're bridging, so you can, you know, run curves and convert to geo and then bridge them. So there are ways of doing this, but obviously you can't loft as well as you can in plasticity. You don't have X-nubs and all this, you know. But it's a bit of a different, I think it's more of like a shape exploration. What I would probably do if I were modeling something really curvy, I might go ahead and do this in Sub-D, arrive at the more or less, you know, silhouette of what I want, and then kind of trace it with curves in plasticity and deliver a very clean, you know, A-class surface.
Yeah, I understand. So making a 3D sketch before and then making the...
And then you could kind of, you know, retopologize it, you know, manually, or just, I don't know, use something like quad remesher or whatever, right? To run clean quads. Because on this surface, if you want to run trim sheets, you will need quads, no question about it, right? Because they're gonna run in loops. So yeah, the paneling, all this.
Yeah, and talking about Sub-D, you see this clean cut for the cockpit shape. Your Sub-D model, you have to convert it into a mesh and then create this cut in. Otherwise you get some troubles because it destroys your flow of the mesh. But if you're 100% sure that's the final status of the mesh, then it works quite well.
What you could also do is, you know, bring the Sub-D mesh to plasticity and then slice it with curves. So like when you're paneling and you got the mesh already, you know, set, you can export it as OBJ, import it to plasticity, and then slice it, because then you don't have to care about, you know, loops and stuff, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this looks savage, man. Absolutely savage. I like this kind of a plain top, very menacing. Looks a bit like a ghost. You know, there's this new car. I mean, you know, the Toyota Century, which is kind of like a Japanese Rolls Royce. And what they have now, there's a feature when you press a button, the windows completely, you know, kind of turn like milky. You can't see anything. I mean, literally it's instant.
Yeah. This you
This
think
will
about
be,
this,
yeah, I will be cool on this cockpit, man. They'll be so tits, you know what I
True.
mean? Press a button,
Yeah.
gone.
I remember that in comments that people really like this drone look. So not transparent. Yeah.
What
on
I
this
really
shaded
like
mode.
about it is these fins at the back, because when you look from this angle, there's kind of like a ghosty. It looks a bit like an alien's head, you know, from the movie The Alien, and then you got these fins at the back, look like a devil's horns. So it makes it very.
You mean the big
No,
ones
no, no,
here?
the small ones, the fins at the back.
This one.
Yeah, they kind of like you know, sort of tilted inwards. They kind of very menacing at the back. I really like that. And then you got this opening, it looks like a crown, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's very cool design. That is awesome. I love it.
From top here is transparent.
Nice.
For example,
this guy is crazy,
when talking about functionality, this cut here, it's not there just to have a cut there. It's there for a reason, because this part here, the design idea is that this is an escape pod.
Oh,
this
so
whole
ejects,
part.
I see.
Yeah, this part can eject completely.
That's cool.
So it's more safe. It's more safe to eject in space with this little, let's say, mini spaceship.
Right.
Instead of eject just your body into space with all kind of debris flying around, and here you have still a lot of armor around you.
Plus some oxygen, yeah.
Yeah, plus oxygen support, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And yeah, life systems are here in the back.
Did that thing in the back is a landing gear, these two?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the landing gear part.
That's crazy, man. Holy shit.
It was so much inspired by macros, which I will show you when I share the camera. Then I can show you on the video.
Looks a bit like a. This is actually cool. It looks a bit like the whole. I mean, the basic shape of the plane is really simple, because it's kind of like a paper. You remember the paper planes?
Triangle. Yeah, of course. Triangle shape.
Looks a bit like a paper plane, and then you got this massive gun breaking it, elongating on the front, and then you got these engines and these feet, which kind of balance the gun from the front. So it's a really cool design. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's amazing, man. How long did it take you to model it, actually?
This one, including all the concept art shots, few months, 3 months.
Yeah, your kids listen good, because all of you think that, you know, you can do shit in 2 fucking minutes these days. It takes time to deliver good stuff, okay?
Yeah, it takes time.
You know, it's just amazing. Like, they just want anything now, you know, like, now. Can I do it now? I said, dude, you can't just do it now.
Just not possible. You know? Yeah. I mean, you can speed up, as we talked about kitbashing. Yeah. Kitbashing speeds up, and depends also on your experience, of course. If you are new to modeling, this takes so much time. If you have to learn modeling while designing, so you have to think too much about tech stuff instead of focusing on design. But that's normal.
You know, that's actually why we don't, for example, teach in our the courses for beginners in Blender. We don't teach Sub-D, because we have a separate course for Sub-D where
makes sense, makes so much sense,
right?
Yeah.
Because it's just too technical, and then you cannot think about tools and how to use them. Then think about you know, designing, then listening to what you're supposed to be doing, and at the same time struggling with Sub-D is just too much. Also,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I think that sub D is very abstract, and you need to have kind of like a bit of a, you know, left hemisphere involved in it, because it's very, you need to do planning with sub D, right? Because you need to plan, you know, where you're gonna place the loops, and people think like, oh, quad's gonna solve everything. I say quad's not gonna solve everything, because you need to have specific type of quads, flow of quads. You know, you need to know where to place them, how to place them, how to combine and connect specific areas of loops, you know, that surrounded with quads, etc., to make it smooth and make it, you know, make so it makes sense. Then you need to plan the details, right? So you need to increase the sub D on your model to a level when you can accommodate details. Otherwise, you're gonna have shading problems. So it's really complicated for someone who's starting, right?
It is, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, this cut into a sub D model, that's not nice to model.
I think Leon was kind of inspired by this plane when he was making his plane, and I was struggling with kind of maintaining the angle. You see the same intake, kind of similar. Yeah, this is tough to make.
On his new design, yeah.
This is tough to make, because to make it really look like it's hard surface, although it's actually very organic, you need a very good control of the loops and the geometry, so it doesn't pull.
Yes,
Yeah.
Very, very good. I'm still not I wouldn't call myself as a 3D artist, because 3D artists, they do the some of them do designs too, but they focus on in-game models. And that's I would say that's another field.
This is a fantastic shot. I mean, you see, like I'm actually talking to you guys on YouTube now, watching this. Look at the silhouette separation from the background. That's one, right? How clearly you can see the design language of all these fins. It's a very complex design language, so it's kind of difficult to shoot, because it's a lot of elements you need to play together. And the background is also difficult, because you got these two flaps open, which introduce, you know, kind of dark elements, right? And so it's beautifully cut out on this sky, and you can see the whole design language very clearly. And again, this long lens, man, is so fucking good. You just can't beat long lenses and low angles. That's exactly why I do the same thing, because I just love it. You know, it's just you can, and when you shoot from the elevation that's lower than the model, you're empowering the whole thing. It looks more menacing and kind of towering above you, right?
Yes. By the way, which lens do you use when shooting? I think maybe you change. Yeah.
When I was shooting, I was mainly using 85. I actually was running with 85 all the time,
really?
because I was shooting portraits.
Me too. 80, 85, yeah.
Or 135, you know. These are the two I'm usually going with. I just really like this kind of an intimate close-up, you know, sort of a situation.
Same here, yeah.
Yeah.
It's between 80 and 120.
Yeah.
It's jumping around.
This one is just fantastic, this shot. And you got this separation on a human on the right as well, so it shows clearly the scale, which is also important, right? Yeah. Because it could be a drone, so then it's like if you don't have humans, you don't know the size.
It could be, it could be also, you forgot about the scale. Without the humans, it can be like a F-16, but it's much bigger.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's made for space, so you have you need more tech in space, I guess. You know, you have shield generators, you have the main generator, you have engines for space, not just for air. Intakes, you have these massive weapons, you have the tandem cockpit,
Yeah.
What do we have? A shot from the back.
Yeah, these engines are so amazing. This is crazy cool.
Here, for example, these it's also from a kitbash set, but you use them for cooling. Like a cooling system.
Cool. It looks a bit like a, you know, like a plumage of a bird. So like you have like a, you know, like a plumage of a bird, kind of like spreading the feathers. It's gonna look like this, you know, like so they very like focus peak at the front, and then got these feathers at the back. So emphasizes kind of a triangular design, which is really cool. Everything kind of comes together to the point of the gun. So yeah.
where. And do you see these parts here?
I do.
These
Yeah,
secondary engines here. These are for maneuvering
this is cool.
in space.
This was done for Star Atlas, right?
This is the ATS Enforcer for Star Atlas, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Star Citizen is extremely realistic. How is it in Star Atlas? I never played it.
Me neither, to be honest. But I think I don't know how realistic they are going, but you cannot compare it to Star Citizen.
You were just having
Um,
fun, basically,
but
adding stabilizers.
and but they create very detailed models.
You know, they
The
sometimes ask,
quality
you know,
really high.
people ask like, why do you create these details? It's because I want to. It's like because it's fun. Because no one's gonna see it. I don't care. I will know that it's not there. It's like, it's messed up. I need to fix it.
Yeah. What again?
You know, like when you're designing something, right? And there's, let's say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's say you're designing some kind of like a piston or some kind of like a folding mechanism, and you're designing something that's inside that no one's gonna see. For the sake of the fact that you know that you need to do it properly, you know.
Well,
I can't help it.
most things I design, you also will see it somehow. So there's not so much hidden stuff here,
Right.
and especially on the Star Citizen ships, yeah. But here, there's not much hidden stuff. Even the missiles in here, you don't see them right now when it's closed because the wing opens for shooting.
Yeah, you have a lot of parts that actually open. The same, these flaps on the radiators are gonna open up, and you can see that needs to be modeled. Yeah.
Top shot.
I like the fact that the wings are not connected to the chassis, so it's kind of
rotate a little here.
It makes it a bit lighter in form as well, because there's a gap in between.
Yeah, I often like to add a negative space like here, like this here.
Yeah.
So makes it more interesting. But it's not, as said, it's not only for visuals. It also has a purpose here for the rotating the wings together with the landing gears.
So when you were designing this, I mean, you were starting with the main body, right?
Good question. Yeah, when I'm designing this, I didn't jump into 3D right from the beginning. I did sketches.
You got some sketches? Let's see them, man.
Let's jump back to the sketches and we can come back here. Let's leave it open. Here.
Oh, that's cool. Those look like a bird. That's so cool.
Already you already have this bird feeling, yeah. But I went away. I went a bit away with this part here, so it's less claws now. The final one, but already quite close here. Yeah, doing these black and white sketches, they give me the possibilities to have quick iterations, and you can make very fast, create very fast nice silhouettes. It's not about details here, it's mainly about the shape, already about function with the legs and the wings, how it should work.
Yeah, these are really cool. It's actually very clean, I mean, very easy to see when you have just black and white. It's kind of like, you know, I don't know if you've seen it, because you mentioned Scott Robertson, right? He has a video on his channel when he was experimenting with stamps for Photoshop, when he was kind of creating random stamps, and he was stamping and stamping and stamping till he found a shape. Then he took that shape and he changed it into a Mac. Did you see that? That was so cool. So it kind of reminds me of it, because it sort of gives you like a silhouette, like an outline. And I think it's more powerful for the brain, because your brain has to complete what's not there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can use your fantasy and your imagination on these sketches.
Yeah, exactly.
I did this quite a lot also when doing things to Scott Robertson sketching. I made my own stamps in Photoshop and did the same stuff. Yeah, yeah. And then, I mean, this style is like Joe Johnston did in the 70s for Star Wars. I don't see it so much anymore on ArtStation, for example. Sometimes you see these sketches, but they become more rare and rare.
Yeah.
It feels like that. Yeah. With the big wings then, which are already there, also there in the final design. Yeah. Is that gone?
Also, you're sometimes overlaying things. That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually cool. Oh, this one on the bottom left is crazy cool. Holy shit, that's a big gun. Jesus. It's a gun carrying a ship, man. It's like the other way around.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
That's like on the Silpit ship, right? The same size, like on the Silpit reference I used.
The one on the top left is also interesting. It's a bit.
It's the double one.
It's a bit of a different, a bit of a different feel, but it's quite cool. I like that.
It's quite very dominant cockpit area, like on an R-type ship.
And the gun is a bit more integrated into this whole design.
Yeah.
That's cool. So how do you draw them? Is that with a marker? How are they done?
No, this is in Photoshop.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right now, I don't have many. I just use the base brushes in Photoshop. I just use one smooth brush and one of the hard ones with a nice fade in, fade out. That's it. I don't use more right now. I don't need more. I don't use more because that's not concept art. You don't need textures or something.
Yeah, it's basically to flesh out kind of ideas and stimulate the brain to think what you really which direction you want to go.
Oh yeah, here also, for example, often I start with the top-down view because for ships you already can define the silhouette very, very nice.
Damn, that's a lot of
from the side.
A lot of work, man. Holy shit, that's a lot of sketches too.
Yeah, but it works really fast this way.
I'm not saying it's not fun, but that's like that's a lot of work. So
I really like to do this stuff. And of course using symmetry in Photoshop, which helps a lot. Speed up. Yeah.
So when do you know, like, how do you know that you're arriving in the final shape? Because
well, I'm always it's always teamwork between the art director and me, so we are doing it together. In this one, I had a lot of creative freedom. Yeah, thanks to Danny from Star Atlas. He helped so much. It was really nice to work with him. And I mean, the final choice always has the art director. I only I provide the designs, the possibilities, and but sometimes you also choose together. Yeah, depends on the art director, the studio, how it works. Oh yeah, more variations you see.
Yeah.
With a lot of that's the when you check out 14 and which one did they overlay here? 14 and 4. So I picked number 4 and overlaid it on number 5. Bam, and then you get
that's so cool. That's actually
completely new shape.
Interesting.
This way of working is, well, when all this concept art stuff started to become really popular. But that's how many years ago?
It's kind of like kitbashing with your own images, right?
Yeah. Kitbashing with your sketches.
That is cool.
That's also the thing what you mentioned before. You playing with your imagination here.
Yeah, it's like when I model, I just, because what people do oftentimes, right? They say, when we have coaching calls, they always struggle with the same thing. Either it's composition, lighting, but also design. It's like, okay, how do I arrive at an idea for a block out? I mean, you first need to know what you're doing, right? What you need to design.
Yes.
And then when you start designing, let's say, one piece that you think that's going to go along with what you're trying to do, then you need to try building around it and look for references if if you don't have an idea what to do, until you find something that you think may fit, and then start building a shape. And once you get the block, and I think people spend way too little time on blockouts, because what you're doing in here technically, you're designing blockouts, right? You're designing the outline, the shape, the proportions.
The shape, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Because I think that I don't know how you feel about it, but when the blockout is, I think blockout should take the most amount of time, because once you get the blockout right, the details gonna place themselves. You're just gonna see where to place them, right?
Yeah, I mean, for example, for sketches, I use maybe between 1 and 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For this kind of sketches, but the blockout does not stop in this 2D phase, because then the next blockouts will be in 3D.
Yep.
So let's choose, I don't know, number 12, 10, and 17, and make a 3D block out of it. And then, the art director says, I like the blockout in 3D from number 17. Let's continue with this. Yeah, it works like we worked on Star Atlas like this way. Oh, here's some more. Together with references here.
I really like the one on the left with the arrow, because it's kind of like a bird protecting the gun with the wings. That's so cool.
This one. Here was the idea, to flip the wing back and forth. Yeah.
And the one on the top right looks a bit like a hovercraft. You could actually put a person in there. Yeah, you see, like you could put a person in there with a small window. It could be a hovercraft. I'll show you. Let me see this. I'll send you. Yeah, the one on the top over there. Tiny one. Yeah. So you could put a person there, and it would actually look like a hovercraft. You see that?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So it's like it's very small, then it's just in a few meters long.
Yeah. Kind of like Star Wars, and you jump in. There's no cockpit. You just go. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, what did you do now? That's also the way to find nice, interesting designs, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, when you look at for example, references or whatever, even kitbash pieces, you see like an element, and you just build the whole idea around it immediately in your brain, right? But in order to be able to do this, it's required. Practice is required. So people, people these days, the kids, they have no patience, man. They don't understand that it requires time to develop this kind of a skill of seeing things. It's like playing a computer game, FPS shooter. You cannot be just good, day one, an FPS shooter. You need to play, you need to practice, you need to train, on all that, right? Any time. So yeah.
I mean, maybe that's the reason, because so many people are jumping on AI prompting for art, yeah. Creating AI art. It's quick. It can be super time consuming, because you just don't get the result so easy you want. You have something in your mind and you try it really hard. I don't know, for myself it's not really satisfying. It works quite well. For example, you have a fleshed out design and a final clean render 2D, and you use AI for this. Works quite nice, because AI has your idea, your design, and then adds details and colors. But I mean, I tried years ago, I think with Midjourney, to get some spaceship designs. No, didn't work. I tried recently, still it doesn't work. It works quite well with cars, I think, because the internet's full with cars. So it's easier for AI.
I think the reason for this it doesn't work, is because there's so much bad design on the internet, and AI learns from bad design. Because when the internet started and we had all these images on Facebook and Instagram, the problem is that yes, we have a lot of images, but most of them are shit. So if you look at these images for a long time, eventually your brain is gonna start thinking this is norm, this is good. So listen to a crappy song the first time. It's on the charts and it's everywhere. After 2 weeks, when you hear this song every fucking day, you will think it's actually decent because you're gonna get used to it, right? So that's the problem. You see, like, so AI, what AI does, it just pulls art from really bad examples because it just doesn't know what's good, what's not good. As you know, that's why you see, like, you know, over detailed models, lack of negative space, fucked up proportions, you know, cuts which makes no sense, chaotic, you know, echoing. It's just nonsense all over, right? That's the problem. So, like, if you look at this, for example, look at the distribution of the white versus the black, which is amazing. You got, you know, the white color is dominant, and you got these cuts with black, and then you got these delicate panels breaking the negative space, and detail is spaced in areas where you want a detail to be concentrated. You got these islands of detail and plain spaces leading you from one to another, and that's how it should be, you know. And AI cannot pull it off. You just can't do it.
Yeah, what I see on most of the AI pictures is that they're so overcrowded with details, which doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, I know.
It's just noisy. It's
Yeah.
noise, and it's so hard to read the model itself.
Yes. Yeah.
It's overcrowded noise. You cannot read it. It would need so much work in Photoshop, and then even the silhouette does not work that well.
But what AI can be used,
maybe
you know, like inspiration. So let's say, like, okay, the way, for example, when I was designing the vehicle for the hard ops course, to get truck, massive truck, I was using AI, but we were using AI and also Photoshop at the same time. So, you know, jumping between AI and Photoshop and painting over and fixing things, and eventually arrived at something that was, you know, more or less what I wanted. But it took a long fucking time. But I still modeled something different because I just wanted to have a gist of an idea and sort of like a, you know, basic concept, right? And then kind of take this and a few cues from another concept and ideas and designs, and then you just build your own thing. But if you're gonna rely on, you know, or completely on AI, this is a bad idea, especially for the detail placement, distribution. Also, it's just really bad at design, and also it's terrible at composition. There's always issues with composition, lighting.
Yes.
Lighting looks beautiful, and people get fooled because they think it's actually good. No, it's not. It's shit. You know, separations is crap, details are crap, placement is crap. It's all centered. It's just rubbish. You know, so it's miles away. This is why, you know, people. I mean, some jobs gonna be probably replaced by AI. Maybe some kind of a, you know, I don't know, background detailed clutter in games, but art director's job will just, you know, persevere because you need someone to tell the direction in which we're going, right? You need someone there. I don't know how they're gonna train these people, man. You see, because what do you think about? Because look, they have this AI and they, you know, not hiring the kids and, you know, the young artists, you know, the junior artists, right? So how the hell they gonna be? Where are they gonna find senior artists? They're not hiring, you know, junior artists. Where are they gonna find art directors in 10 years? I don't fucking know.
I mean, I guess art directors are working for companies for a very long time. I mean, they don't start as an art director. They start as also as junior, then senior.
That's what I mean. So
first
if they don't have juniors, when how they're gonna train them to, you know, get to the level of art director?
I mean, many of the artists that train themselves, they learn a lot by themselves, studying.
That's gonna be on the way, yeah.
For example, also your tutorials, like pages of yours. I'm not sure. Or going to schools like Feng Shui and all these game schools where you can focus on game design or 3D art or concept art. I'm not sure if there's concept design part in these schools now, because mainly the artists call them concept artists, but concept art is not concept design.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah. But the AI bubble is kind of bursting at the moment because honestly, it's just rubbish. I mean, it's sometimes helpful, but most of the time it's just disaster, you know. I mean, you could get maybe a kind of a vague direction in which you could be going. If you, for example, find some interesting stuff online and then drop it in and get some ideas out of it.
Yeah, for kind of sketching, AI sketching.
Yeah, kind of like then maybe run over in Photoshop
Yeah.
and then, you know, start building something. So yeah, maybe.
That could work. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying it again and again, but it's just not there yet. As said, for vehicles, it works. I would say for vehicles, it works.
Maybe because it's so many of them, like you said, yeah.
Yes, and there are so many good vehicle designs out there. I mean, this shot, what you see here right now, for adding details, as you said, you mentioned it already, composition with the details. Why do I do cut lines? Yeah, where to separate the hull areas, which details were, and for things like this, of course, references are fighter jets, and also thinking about where do I cut, where does it make sense. For example, you can take off this card for maintenance, then you can take off this part here too, or this area here, and so on. So it's not random. Often looking at cars even where the cut lines make sense. Where do I want to have maintenance? Which parts? How do you assemble them in the factory? And here you have the cut line for the escape pod. Another shot. From the back.
I really like the color balance in this. And how do you feel about using colors in design in general? Because that's actually curious.
I like to keep it simple with the colors in all of my designs. For example, for the techy parts like the engines or landing gears, weapons, mainly use kind of gunmetal gray, and then I would say maximum 3 colors. Maybe 4, but 4 is already a lot with accent color. I mean, let's check how many do we have here. 1, 2, 3.
I hope you guys are listening very carefully because
4.
this is basically the truth. You know, you're using 2 colors, 3, maybe 4. Okay, maybe 4.
Maybe.
And look at how little saturation is in this image. So saturation and emission is actually placed in areas to pull your eyes around the design. So you got this on the fins in the back, then on these two dots on the top on this round dish, and then you got the emission on the left near the thrusters behind the cabin. And there's actually, I think, light on the front under the gun. So it literally brings you across the entire design. So you place lights or like, you know, saturated elements which are gonna pull really heavily, right? In very specific areas. And then you got this beautiful white, just black, you know, gray, and just the gunmetal in certain areas, like a tertiary small detail. So, and it's not overpowering, it's not reflective, it's kind of matte, so it's very calm. And I think there may be a reason why you're doing this as well, is because design is so complicated. If you're overloaded it with colors, it will be just Disney, you know, right?
It's too much, yeah. I mean, for example, you can change the red to, let's say, Ferrari red, and still works.
Yeah.
Because the proportion stays the same. It just feel like more like a racing ship then. When you remove the front gun here, or all the guns, then it's more like a racer. But it works. Or you change it to military green, then you have kind of a or this bluish lighter gray, then the dark gray for the tech parts. Then you have the navy look, which I used in the final one. But you're very flexible to change it.
The HDRI too is very calm. It's a very diffuse light, which means it's not really, because there's so many planar shifts in here, so many chamfers and angles and shifts of, you know, of geometry. If you were adding, for example, like a really harsh light, you know, hard light, that would be just way overwhelming, and you get like details on top of details, right? So there you go. when you model something so complicated, you guys need to use very, very diffuse light, preferably something, you know, like a cloudy day or whatever, right? It's like a soft box
Cool.
light, you know.
Yes. For later for your concept art, you can use also strong hard shadows, but for reading and designing, it helps a lot if it's so calm. And also, you said it's more diffuse matte. Yes, it's a military ship, so you don't want to have a super mega shiny surface. I mean, here also with colors, I use them like with bright dark contrast, like here the disc. So it reads quite well here. It's like in 3D. I also have this negative and positive shapes. It's like with colors, negative, positive, just in 2D. I think this is the last one here. We can go to the other one. Let me see. Okay, wait. Where do we have close-up of the bridge? Do we have more? Ah, yeah, here. Here I used it with this navy bluish grayish and the white combination.
The shots you're running, I mean, all these renders, you're running them obviously to showcase the vessel, but do you need to, I mean, do you run them all for the for the art director, or just, you know, for yourself, for the portfolio?
This one, no, this was done for the project itself, for promotion.
Oh, I see.
They used it on their website.
All right.
So this is the final part, the final concept art part.
I like the smolder on the gun on the front. That's cool.
This nice one. Touch. Yeah, I like to add some kind of dirt, and maybe here he got hit by some enemy guys, and subtle dirt. It's not so much like on Star Wars ships, because they're very gritty. Often they're very gritty. Makes the look. It is a bit just enough to give it a used look, not super clean fresh from factory, but back from a mission. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Do we here? Yeah. Here. See. It's quite dirty. I mean, I have some base texture. Base texture I use a lot, and then I mix it with decals. I move around. I think this is a decal here on top of the base texture, and this is these dark areas in front of the gun, at the top, at the nose of the gun. There's also decals. This works very well in Keyshot, moving around decals and adding them. Do we have else here? Here you see the cooling system working. And also here the engine exhaust. So it's burned because of the heat. And with this transition here, studying materials helps a lot, because how does an engine exhaust look, where it's burned by the heat, the metal, and then you have this transition to this brownish bronze color towards the clean metal, to the clean chrome metal.
Right. When the heat doesn't reach.
Yeah.
So you texture this all in Keyshot then? Have you tried to render something in Blender yet?
Not. Oh yes. I tried. I think we will see this one on a vehicle in our second part. Soon. So not this time.
Cool.
And there's also another spaceship, maybe some people already know it, the Skipped Race, the bounty hunter ship, also from Star Atlas.
You have some.
Maybe we can make
some images.
I have some little sneak peek. Wait.
If you can, let's go. I think it's on your ArtStation. This one is cool.
It is, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of this vessel. There's a vessel from Anvil, I think, with kind of like a round disc in the middle. I forgot the name. What's
yeah, but these kind of ships that don't have so much.
But this one is a bit different, because I think it was Archimedes or something.
It's different. It's quite very different, yeah.
So it's a bomber? What is it? A bomber? What's the...
It's a bounty ship.
A bounty ship.
A bounty ship. It has interior here with crew quarters, and here's the brick for the bounty.
Oh, cool.
For
What are these round things, though?
yeah. Those are my generators and cooling. It's the same manufacturer like the ATS Enforcer, so you see
Right.
similar
elements. Right.
similar visual language, like the cockpit is rounds, the same elements, engines.
You said interior. Do you have like interior shots?
I
Hell
have,
yeah,
I
let's
have,
see
I
that,
have.
man.
But maybe we should first finish the ATS Enforcer, because I have also the 3D
Oh
files,
yeah,
animation.
let's look into that. Definitely, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But we can keep this. Maybe we jump to this one then. If you see this vehicle here in the back, for example, it's completely kit bashed. So I just wanted to have some other reference here in the back with vehicle stuff.
That's funny.
Working on the airfield.
We can't see anything, so yeah, that's fine. That's hilarious.
This shot. I think we.
Jesus, look at this gun. Fucking hell. This is crazy, man. The size. I really like this. The you know what kind of looks cool? The landing gear in the back looks a bit like legs, like a really powerful kind of a
Yes, because they are also legs. Yeah, because you can. This is now airfield mode, so rolling on the wheels. But it can use this leg, which is a leg. To be honest, it's kind of Gundam or Macross leg, because you can land anywhere. You will see it soon. I will show it in 3D. Then you have better imagination of it.
You mean you can walk?
Not walking, but landing.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's kind of cool. This gun is insane. We need bigger guns. Damn.
Yes.
Interesting design inside, kind of like a modular, massive blocks of metal.
It's quite big. But here, for example, for this interior stuff, I was looking at helicopter interiors, for example, of the Apache or F-35 fighter jets.
Interesting. I'm building a mech right now. I need some interior shots, so I'm gonna look into that. This actually looks pretty cool. And mine's kind of angular too.
Yeah. So. I think for this mech, I saw it. This edgy mech, yeah. I think Apache could support it quite well.
I'm gonna have a look at that. It kind of looks like it would fit the angular, because there's a lot of like planar shifts on it.
Yeah. It does. And I mean, this is the cover. Some substructure, some connection for the other covers. I think also quite a lot of armor from the sides and the front. Here's some generator life system. Here the hydraulics for opening and closing the whole canopy.
Yep.
Yeah. Then this is the same. I think that we are through with those shots now. And let's jump to the 3D model.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Just open here. You see it? Okay. Maybe let's see. Make an animation for the. Where do we start here? Okay. Yeah, that's the drawing the gun animation. Where's the animation button here?
Oh, so the guns are folding and legs on. That's pretty cool. Oh, I see. So you can land like a bird, basically.
Yes. Opening.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah. So I can show it also from another angle. Jumping it from Blender to 3ds Max again.
It's a headache, I know.
So where do we see it well? Also from here. Let's make it here too. Is here, for example, in Blender you can run the animation forward and backward. Here I only can make it forward. I have to make this manual. Can you play it backward? No. There is no play button for back, or is it here? No.
Speaking of, 3D Max, what made you switch to Blender? Because it was like 2 years ago,
right? How long? 2 years? Yeah, around 2 years ago, I switched to Blender. I saw colleagues working on Blender, doing tutorials, like Noax, with whom I work together
Noax
on
has some
Star
serious
Citizen.
designs, man.
Mm,
Yeah,
yes,
he's
absolutely.
insane.
I just got his new tutorial on.
On this military vehicle, right?
Yeah, the vehicle tutorial by him, and yeah, need to take a look at it. Still can learn a lot. Well, what I wanted to do now? Why I jumped to Blender? Yeah, what I missed on 3ds Max is the possibility to get proper tutorials.
Huh, really?
Because often when I was looking for something, I couldn't find it.
Wow.
And I was always watching the Blender community with all their tutorials and plugins and everything. I was so envy. I became so envy, and also I didn't want to use Keyshot anymore. I wanted to have the software where I have everything in one.
Ah,
It was so time consuming. You know, you have to design this design, for example, of the Enforcer. You have to export it into Keyshot, and then you see, oh no, this is flipped. This does not work. Why is this mesh missing? Then you have to going to repair
oh,
again and
Jesus.
again and again. Always takes quite a long time. And in Blender, how long does it take there? 1 second. I switch to cycle, that's it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So,
So
saves
how was
so
the
much
transition?
time.
I mean, was it difficult? Was it easy? How long did it take you to transition? I mean,
It was, to be honest, it was not easy.
it wasn't.
With the tutorials, helped so much. Also used your tutorials a lot.
Oh, shit.
With the basic Blender ones. Of course, yeah, when one of the first things I found was Blender Pros, and I jumped on this, and it was so helpful, really.
Amazing.
Just big thank you.
Hey,
for
listen,
this stuff.
humbled.
Um,
How are, I mean, I'm sure you're using add-ons. What are you using for your projects? Like, what kind of add-ons are you using?
Wait, answering your other question first.
What was the question?
If it was easy or
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Was it easy to change? No. The first time I remember so well when I opened Blender, I was not able to create the sphere. And when I created a box, I didn't know how to move it around.
I remember that too, man. I remember that too, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass, really. And I felt like a newbie. I was feeling like I never used 3D.
That's hilarious.
And I was using 3ds Max for, I don't know, over 10 years. And yeah, but with the tutorials, it works quite fast. And to be honest, just the first moments, it's like and you feels like you're a newbie. And to be honest, some things are overcomplicated. I think in Blender a bit. You have to bend your mind. You have to think differently.
What's overcomplicated in terms of modeling? I mean, some kind of tools or techniques?
Good question. For example, what is I don't like so much is the lighting system, because I set up lighting in Blender with cycles, and I use the HDR, you know, the button on the right, and you have the scene world button. I turn off the scene world because I don't need it for my cycle viewport. But once you have set up the lights in there, it looks different because you have to use scene world for your final rendering button. I don't get why they made it like this. It's a bit weird to me. Because I have to go into the shader nodes. I have to add my HDR there. I have to add another node if I want to rotate it and so on. Why is it not just using my settings from my viewport for rendering?
Well, because I mean, you have kind of a three systems over there. You got the 3D viewport, which is basically the basic one. Then you got EV, which is the kind of a real-time rendering with shit lighting and no shadows, although they kind of improved it recently. And then you got cycles, right? But the good thing is that you can, you know, save all that. So if you're gonna set an HDRI and all the nodes, you can just save it as a
Yeah, you
preset.
have it then again. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, every software has something. I mean, I need to swing you that our add-on because I forgot again. We have in what Material Works, you know, when you it's a add-on for like really easily adding mats, like one-click adds, you know, add mats and wear and tear and decals and all that is all combined now. But you can also add HDRIs, and we got HDRIs from Alexandral from Keyshot, so they're really good. And they're just so cool for like preview and stuff, quick renders, you know, so it could be helpful. So we can sort it later, but
yeah, I really love the look of cycles. It feels very clean, and it helps you so much to get the final visuals. I'm sure you can get it also in 3ds Max, but with what's it called?
I don't know why people bother with Octane. I mean, Octane is a little bit more realistic, but honestly,
Shade using Arnold, yeah.
Not that much of a difference, to be honest. It depends what you're doing, but yeah. So going back, I mean, so you're definitely using add-ons, right? I mean, 100% using addons.
Oh yeah. Shall I open my Blender? Then you see the add-ons.
Hell yeah, man.
Using.
Let's see that. But question is like when because your modeling techniques are mixed. I mean, you're using, you know, sometimes you're modeling in Sub-D, sometimes you're modeling just slicing stuff. So I'm curious, like for example, what kind of add-ons you're using for Sub-D and what kind of add-ons you're using for like a regular Boolean workflow.
Where is it? Wait, it takes just
because when I was recording the Sub-D course for Blender Bros, you know, I was this course is actually for people who know how to model with add-ons, because I was trying to create a very fast workflow that utilizes all the add-ons possible that could enhance Sub-D workflow, because you know Sub-D is painful on its own. We don't need to add misery to Sub-D, you know what I mean? So I decided to make a course for people who already know how to model, how to use add-ons, but they just still new kind of do Sub-D. So that was the idea. It's really quick. So I'm curious how you're handling, you know, kind of a jump in between Sub-D and regular Boolean workflow. Well, there you go.
Here we go. Yeah,
you have my box cutter. There you go.
World-aligned box cutter, hard-ops, and wait, machine tools. Here I also have my.
World-aligned is a very good add-on too. Yeah.
That's pretty much it, and I used pretty much your Blender setup, your base Blender setup. Wait, where is it?
Cool. It's working for you. I think it's actually very simple.
Yeah. For example, this, you know, jumping to vertex face edge directly. This thing, thanks God, it saves so much time.
And then align tools for machine tools are very good as well. All that. Are you using actually hard-ops, box cutter, and all these things for Sub-D as well, right?
No, for Sub-D, I didn't use Sub-D from hard-ops yet. I just used.
No, I mean box cutter probably not gonna be the best idea. But when I'm modeling Sub-D, I'm using a lot of tools from hard-ops and machine tools.
Yeah. I have to dive into this more. I think I use a lot of, for example, when I have this and X. Is this hard-ops?
Yeah, that's hard-ops,
right?
Mirror, yeah. Alt X.
I use it a lot. Symmetry and
symmetry you can use from Mesh Machine. If you go to edit mode, and when you press Alt X, you're gonna have symmetry, or you can symmetrize in edit mode using Mesh Machine very quickly. You don't need to, because when you're using symmetry in here.
You mean?
Yeah. So this is in object view, or you're in object. If you go to edit mode, right? If you switch to edit mode, and do you have Mesh Machine installed?
Should. Yeah. Mesh
so
Machine.
If you press
here.
Alt X, you'll see a different gizmo.
Here, Xen.
Oh, wait a minute.
This
no, that's not what I mean. What the hell is this?
So when I select face, Alt X,
you don't have
to
select anything. No, this is interesting. What is this? I can barely see. From which add-on is this selection?
Center, origin.
You have different key shortcuts or something?
Hmm.
Interesting.
No,
Because
no.
what I would need to look into this because I don't know what kind of player menu is this. But for me, Alt X in edit mode is basically mesh machine mirror, which is instant. You literally just swoosh a mouse and it just
Okay,
mirrors across
Yes.
automatically, right? So it's very quick. It's like one gesture. It's symmetrized to the other side, you know.
Interesting. But mesh machine, I have mesh machine. It doesn't. Yeah, mesh machine. 018. Yeah, okay, well.
We can look into this later.
Yeah, so jump back and forth. Yeah, showing from all sides. In CT just saw the 2D images.
Let me see the transition on because you have access to wireframe, right?
That's
Let
insane.
me see the
Yeah.
transition on
Wireframe?
on these openings on the front because that's actually really interesting cut on the sub D.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's actually cool. See, like that's holy fuck, that's dense. So that's all applied, right? Is it?
That's applied, yeah. Otherwise I couldn't make the
Yeah.
cuts here everywhere.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, you probably could, but it would be a pain because you have to redirect everything. Okay, so we can't really see the loop,
To
but
get
yeah,
this
that probably was a bit of a bastard to create these loops to make it really clean.
Yeah. It was, I think, not the easiest part of this one. Yeah, and then all the cuts here.
You could probably
Make-
apologize it a little bit. I mean, kind of if you wanted to drop the density of the mesh, you could probably apologize it with quad remesher.
Yeah, I think I tried, but it became less clean.
This
I
is
guess.
really
Yeah,
dense.
but I didn't care about poly count here. How many do I have? Polys, 16 million.
Look at these lovely angles
does-
on the gun.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't care at all.
No, obviously because there's no need. I mean, it's a gun. I mean, you know, it's
No, yeah, has absolutely
so
no
funny when
need.
people get so obsessed with quads. It's like use quads ever. I said, why the fuck would you do that if you don't need to?
Yeah, I mean, the downside on kitbash sets is you often get it triangulated and impossible to work to change it.
Well, actually,
So
wait a
I'm
minute. That's not true. What you could do, listen, what you could do is take that OBJ, put it in plasticity, then export it again as an OBJ. So when you import to plasticity, it's gonna it's gonna ignore the topology because it's a cut software. And when you export it, you can bridge it with Blender and you can convert it to quads.
I need to try
Yeah.
this.
See what I mean?
Would be helpful. You see also
And
here.
you know that you have a live bridge, so there's a live bridge in plasticity.
Yeah, I know.
Right, so you can actually preview and dial in the settings you want, the density of the like you can determine like what kind of angles I mean what's the minimal and maximum angle and edge length and all that, you know. So it's a lot of settings for converting the CAD mesh into polygons. And you could clean these kitbash elements like this up, and then probably gonna be able to run some trim sheets on them because on triangles it's not gonna work.
Sounds good. Need to check out this workflow. Yeah.
I think you're gonna be able to pick up plasticity in probably in 2 days because it's literally like a Blender. It's the same shortcuts. G to move, fast to scale, Alt X to mirror. I mean, it's the same shit, man. It's really easy.
That's
and then
perfect.
you got literally a few tools and you're like good to go, you know.
By the way, to your community out there, don't change. I mean, I would recommend it. Don't change Blender shortcuts. I keep the original ones because otherwise, I think most tutorial use the base ones, and if you have your custom ones, it's hard to follow the tutorial.
Exactly, and I tell people the same thing. And also, when you get add-ons, just leave them alone, because, you know, not even tutorials, but add-ons like box cutter, hard ops, you know, machine tools, they all designed in a way not to conflict with one another. So if you're gonna start messing with this shit, you're gonna have a headache. Also, imagine running 5 blenders and changing shortcuts for every single one of them. That's insane, right?
Oh yeah, boy, that would break your head.
No,
Your
then you have to
brain.
remember all this, and then when you're
Yeah.
watching tutorial, you have to translate it from what you're seeing to what you're gonna be. That's insane. I would advise against it as well. So I really like how the guns are folding in, so they're gonna make space for the feet to unfold. That's really cool. And they kind of look like you know, like when they folded backwards, they look a bit like swords. When they go,
Those ones, right?
when they fold it backwards, when they kind of like fold it, you know, the feet. So when they not, yeah, like when they fold it backwards.
Yeah, I make them very aerodynamic here in this area.
Interesting design.
When you here it looks quite good when it folds back. Bum, bum.
Yeah, see, that looks like swords, kind of.
Here, from here, bum, bum, let's move in. Okay, animation, yeah.
Well, that's the only landing gear that you can kind of have for this massive gun, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to land the damn thing. That's really cool, and there's wheels over there as well.
It's not, yeah, and then below the wings.
Very cool, man.
I think, yeah, here you see also the, wait, I can show you how it deploys.
Oh, it's the pod.
Yeah. The pod, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So this ship has some kind of interior as well, a little bit, right? Not much though, but
only the cockpit.
I see.
Yeah, here also made the, you know, how it then connected.
Got it.
With some little thrusters even. Forgot about them.
Cool,
some structure inside.
So when you design it, I mean, you're obviously in contact with the art director, so there's a lot of back and forth.
Yes, always. Yes, there is. So I show at least weekly updates, or more often a week. Depends on the progress and what we are doing. With sketches, it's quite fast. You can do daily or every second day. And weekly meeting with the art director, which works quite well. You have enough time to make good progress, and then after 1 week you sit together and talk about, let's say, for example, this area, or you made the landing gears, or all the engine parts, or this weapon area, or the main hull, yeah. And of course, always milestones. For example, one milestone were the sketches I showed you. And then another one, rough block out. And then, yeah, detail pass. Here, quite detailed.
And because this was done for the Star Atlas, and I know that if you, I mean, when you were working for Star Citizen, you were actually in UK, right?
Yes.
And how is it with the guys from Star Atlas? I mean, is it remote or?
I was not working from England because I was in the studio there. I already was back in Austria and founded my own business here, my own design studio. Yeah, you can say. And then worked remotely. That's 100% remote. This design.
Amazing, actually.
Yeah, that's why it's. to be honest, I'm more productive in on my own design place here than in a studio.
Interesting.
What I miss is that you have, you
Contact with
have
people.
contact, direct contact. You go for lunch, you meet, maybe you go to cinema and stuff, or you talk in the studio. But what is quite dangerous, so studio environments can become quite toxic,
Oh,
and this destroys all the fun you would have at
toxic
work.
how? I mean, just
Um,
annoying people or
yeah, or you don't.
click with?
Um, wait. So
Some people
what
you don't
happened?
click with, right?
Yeah, this tour, or you are stuck. You cannot develop anymore. What I am doing. You want to take more responsibility, you don't get it. You think you deserve more money, you don't get it. Especially nowadays, it's quite tricky.
So,
And that's why I don't understand why companies are pushing so hard to get all the people back into the office. Because what I have seen, what I talked also to other artists, they just don't want to go back into the office.
I can understand. I mean, completely. I remember that before I quit my company job, I was actually working remotely, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm going back."
Yeah. But I enjoyed my time in England a
Oh, I
lot.
mean, probably was
I
also,
learned a lot of great
beneficial
people.
as well, because
It was amazing.
working in
Yeah.
studio could be like,
Yes.
yeah, maybe it has some annoying people and annoying rules and whatnot, but you're still learning because there's so many people with different knowledge.
It was so cool. I really
So
liked it.
the Star
It
Atlas
was
guys, how did they approach you? Like, did they find you through your portfolio contacts? Like, how did it happen?
how was it? I think they approached me.
So portfolio.
Yeah. Yeah, mainly about through ArtStation they find me. What do I have? ArtStation, Instagram, Twitter.
So,
Um,
how would you say? I mean, how important would portfolio be for someone who actually wants to, find a gig like this?
it's super important. It's very, very important. So one mistake you can make, one of the biggest mistake you make if you don't update your portfolio regularly, uh, because because losing a job can happen anytime. Um, and then if you have a super outdated portfolio, it's so much work to get it up to date. And then you're quite late, because when you have updated it, people just start looking at it and not the years before. And yeah, it is
And
important.
it's also important. I mean,
Um,
important to have your best work, but also to have it up to date. You mean so basically
yes,
constantly.
yes, up. Yeah, I mean, I think most people heard it already many, many times. Your best work, not too many, and focus on a direction you want to do. I think I see many portfolios that have characters, environments, spaceships, mechs, so quite mixed everything. I mean, if you are one of the best artists of the world, maybe you have great characters, you have amazing spaceships, you have amazing mechs, you have amazing environments, but there are not many who are doing this. Mm, at least I don't know
So
many.
basically niche down and keep it up to date and put your best pieces out there and
Yeah,
constantly
yeah,
improve the
yeah,
quality of
yeah.
your portfolio. That's what you mean, right? So it's essential.
Mm,
Yeah.
it is, yeah, and also make contacts
Mm-hmm.
wherever you are online. I don't know, LinkedIn, ArtStation,
Networking, right?
um, networking. I mean, interesting part with jobs is that on ArtStation there are almost no concept art jobs out there. I don't know why. Maybe it's too expensive. I don't know. Do you have to pay if you want to post a job? Maybe.
Oh, you mean
But
like
it's
on the job
really
market?
weird.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, the job market for concept artists on ArtStation is
Well, I
non-existent.
think when they want to, I mean,
Um,
when the art director goes through ArtStation, because they're probably gonna do that, they're gonna fish out people they want
that-
to, right?
yeah. You find this. Yeah. I mean, when you're looking for job,
Oh,
this I
I
mean,
I
job
see what you mean.
offers.
Not just waiting for someone to fish you out.
Yeah. No. I mean, for finding artists, it's great because many people are still there. Unfortunately, it loses quality.
You mean ArtStation?
Mm, yeah, ArtStation, the
Well,
platform
it's a
itself.
lot of AI's bullshit and all that stuff. People uploading garbage. People have no patience anymore. They just want now. Do it now. It's like they finish modeling, they want to post it. I
Yeah.
said, dude, take your time, light it properly, texture it properly, take your time with renders, because that's really what matters. Not just your model, but how you present it, because it's so important to bring it to the end. And have you
Yeah.
ever tried to approach companies, like when you wanted to work for them for some specific reasons?
Yes. A
Oh, really?
lot. A lot.
Was
Yeah.
it successful? How does it work?
It's right now. Sometimes it's successful. It was successful with CHE, for example. Made
Oh,
the
you
art
you
test
actually
and got the job.
approach them.
I wrote
Oh,
them directly,
cool.
so you can write companies directly. I would recommend, but be careful. Most of them will not answer, or you will get an automatic AI
Right.
answer. I mean, even for me, it's not easy to find new contracts. I mean, I'm on a new sci-fi project now. I cannot tell anything about it because of
Of course.
NDA. But yeah, spaceships again. I just can say.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's what you're
Uh,
doing, man.
yeah,
So
yeah,
niching down is so
um,
important. If you
yeah, niching down and doing stuff. Not just doing tutorials, because just with tutorials you don't get portfolio pieces.
right.
I mean, you can make tutorials in parallel doing your own design. Then you have your private pieces.
That's another interesting point,
Yeah.
because I mentioned this multiple times to folks. Said, don't upload models you created from tutorials to your portfolio, because that's not the best idea.
No, this does not make so much sense. I mean, you can use a tutorial and make your own design and using the steps of the
Exactly.
tutorial.
Right.
Yes,
So make it
but
your own, basically. So yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah, but just uploading a one-by-one model from a tutorial. I mean, it shows your modeling skills a bit, but that's it.
Yeah.
It does not show your design skills or concept
Right.
art skills.
That's actually interesting. So yeah, to sum it up, ArtStation portfolio is super important. Keep it up to date, and
And then link it on your other social networks. So it's link it. Make direct links on LinkedIn. I also often see that there are artists on LinkedIn, and there's no direct link to the ArtStation.
What
They
the hell?
have, but there's no direct link. So they write it somewhere that they're on ArtStation, and they write how they're
No one's
called.
gonna be looking for them.
But you cannot click on this one. It's just written in text, but you cannot click on it. And I think for a recruiter, you imagine he has to copy the text, has to paste it into the browser, and then
They're adding
yeah.
friction to basically, because this is like watching YouTube videos. I mean, art director, when he's gonna go on ArtStation, they don't have 7 million days to look for people. They're gonna be looking very quickly, and when they're gonna see something that catches their
Very.
attention, they're gonna click on it. That's how it works, right? So the better stuff you're gonna put, the more chances you have they're gonna be picked up. So yeah, it's essential. I agree. That's exactly what I've been telling them, man. They don't fucking listen.
Yeah,
They think I'm full of shit, you know what I mean? They know
yeah.
better, so there you go.
Maybe some of them
No,
listen and then
some
they're
of them are
successful
actually listening, and actually we had a
for
few
sure.
recently. One of the guys started working for CGI, but there's quite a few people from our mates who got jobs, you know, with Rockstar Games, Ubisoft, and all that. So they you know, or started their own companies. So, but these are people that these are you know
Mm.
people who these are people who actually work hard. They know what they want. They really study hard. And I still remember them because they were always asking questions, and you could see them, you know, asking questions, trying things, you know. They were working really, really hard. And if that's the only way to get there, I
Mm.
mean, think about your journey as well, you know, as a designer. I mean, it's a lot of work.
Oh, it's long, a lot of work. It's a long and hard
Yeah.
journey. Nothing goes quick.
And I think that's another thing that's really
Um,
important, you know, like doing something that you really, really, really like. Like you said, niche down, but niche down with something that
yeah,
you really
yeah,
want to
yeah.
do, right?
That's necessary. Yeah. Mm. There's one thing I wonder about job offers everywhere. So there are many job offers where a studio looking
Mm-hmm.
for. You should do um, characters, environments, props, maybe also user interface,
Mm-hmm.
UI, and maybe also creatures. So
Mm-hmm.
everything. So we had this topic before anyway. So and you see them, these job offers there forever there. Um, of course, for a company, it would be nice to have this kind of Leonardo all-rounder genius guy. But yeah, I don't know.
So, so tell me, what would you, you know, there's a lot of people these days, I mean, a lot of young artists these days who try to get into the industry or try to, you know, do something in terms of design, you know, get jobs in gaming industry or whatever. What would be like, you know, a few core things they should be working on or focusing on? I mean, one of them obviously could be, you know, working on design and modeling skills for sure, on the techniques, etc. But let's talk about mindset a bit. You know, what would you advise them in terms of mindset? You know.
So first of all, I would still suggest to learn sketching, start
Mm-hmm.
sketching, and do a lot of sketching. Doesn't matter if you do it on paper or in Photoshop or a
Mm-hmm.
similar software. Just take your pen and sketch, um, and draw. Learn about perspective. Learn how to draw even the simplest things, the basics, how to draw lines correctly, how to draw circles in perspective, so ellipses correctly, how to learn boxes, yeah, cubes and cylinders and all this stuff. I mean, this stuff I learned the hard way in my industrial design study.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a super amazing drawing teacher. We were drawing exercise. We started exercises during the day, early afternoon. I did do even in the
Mm-hmm.
morning, and drawing till 3 or 4 o'clock in the
Mm-hmm.
morning to finish all the hundreds of sheets just of lines, ellipses, boxes. And yeah.
Sounds a bit like Scott Robertson books. You know, Scott Robertson book
Oh, yeah.
is literally
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
like, you know,
right.
rendering and all that. So yeah, line work.
Mm,
No, but I was actually referring to
yes.
mindset. Like, what kind of mindset they would need to have, kind of, you know, some to actually succeed. You know, because that's I think it's quite important. You know, not just the technical skill, but the mindset.
Um,
You know, like the.
I mean, as you said, you have to choose your
Mm,
passion. Uh, if there's no passion, it's hard to follow for many years the same
yeah.
direction. Um, because maybe you have if you just have a little interest, you start, I don't know, you start a bit character, you start a bit vehicle design, you start a bit environment, but you don't become great in one of the fields. So choose your passion and stick to it. And yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that, you know, what people also do, they jump from one thing to another. That's not a problem, right? So they pick up one thing, and then they learn a little bit, and then they gain some knowledge, and then the hardship begins. Because, you know, when you learn something from scratch, you know nothing about it, so the progress is gonna be really quick. But eventually you're gonna hit this kind of a like a first wall, and you either climb over it and you learn something, or you bounce off of it and you give up. So what people usually do, they just, oh, you know, it's difficult, I'm gonna try something else because I think I suck at it. You don't suck at it, you simply have to sit down and you know, go harder, learn harder, spend more time on it, right? Because every time there's friction, a challenge, you learn something, but you have to overcome that challenge. So I was always, you know, when I coach folks in the coaching program, I tell them, once you pick what you really like to do, don't give up when you stumble on something difficult, because that's a universe giving you a gift of actually learning some new skills, so you can level up. You know what I mean? And how many times you were leveling up like this, you know, through the years when you were working as a concept designer. I mean, there were challenging things, more difficult things every time, and you had to climb and climb, and that's why, you know, you are what you are. You know what I mean? So I think that's really so important to persevere. And like you said, if someone doesn't like what they do, it's not gonna happen. Right?
No, it does not. It will not happen. Right. I mean, if you jump into games industry, even now with these tough times, I think most people, I think the people have an area which they like, otherwise they wouldn't do it. I mean, nowadays they have still so many possibilities than ever, with the schools, with all the tutorials, with Blender, which is for free. Well, not with add-ons, you have to pay for the add-ons, of course, but it's not so much money. Oh, with Unreal also for free. I mean, and that's amazing. The possibilities to use Blender and Unreal. It's
I
crazy.
think if someone doesn't want to put the work in, they'll always find an excuse why it's not going to work for them. You know?
Maybe you can lose interest quickly in something, but that's maybe that's mainly a character thing then. Then you just found your thing yet.
Exactly. I think it's not like, you know, you lost interest in the character thing. I think you just simply didn't. It's not for you. You know, that's not for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's the thing. Well, you know, I hope there's gonna be a lot of interesting information for these new kids, you know, and people who want to, because a lot of people who want to do something with their lives in terms of creative space, they're worried about AI. I don't think they should be, because, you know, AI is gonna take probably, I don't know, a long time before it. I don't even think it's gonna be possible for it to replace completely humans, because
yeah, not yet. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe 10, 15, maybe, you know. But I'm not seeing this, man, because it's just so all over the place with the design. There's no, besides good luck. I mean, like you said, you know, when you work with art directors, it's a back and forth, you know, all the time. I mean, you can't do this with AI, because it's just gonna be all over the place, you know. It's just not that accurate yet, and it doesn't really.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, when you develop something for the game, right? So, like you said, for example, this vessel and the other vessel you made, the one with for the bounty hunter, right? Yeah, they're from the same manufacturers. So what you need to do is you need to maintain kind of a similar themes and you know, key design points in between them, right? Like engines are kind of similar. That's what I'm saying, right? The elongation of the elements, kind of like a, you know, bird-like look, you know, it's all that. So they're gonna be elements that cannot repeat themselves, right? I don't think AI can pull this off, man. Especially when you need to, you know, go back and forth with with an art director, and art director job's gonna be there for a long fucking time, because you need this human touch to kind of get the essence. So yeah, if someone is actually really good, and if someone works hard, they're gonna be good. They will be able to find employment and find some path in life.
It's not easy nowadays. It's really not easy. This has to be said.
But it's possible. So if someone really wants to do something, it's possible.
It is possible for sure. But what you have to be ready for is relocation, because so many studios want on-site now. So if you're ready for relocation, makes it much easier.
Well, if job is exciting and and there's a really tremendous payoff in terms of skills and all that, plus salary, then might be an interesting thing to do.
Anyway, if you're young, then you want to see the world, and it's super exciting going to another country. I don't know, to Sweden or England, France, or where all the big companies are located.
Agreed.
I mean, what thing I also can recommend, it just worked out for myself to make yourself independent one-man studio, because this way it was financially paying off so much.
You mean, how do you mean? Like, you mean working on your own? I don't understand.
No, working as a contractor.
Oh, I see what you mean. Freelancer, yeah?
So
okay, yeah.
You have working for different clients. It's a bit risky, yes, because you have to have constant contracts, freelance jobs for everything. You have to take care of everything by your own. Nobody does anything for you. You have to take care about all the bureaucracy stuff, the taxes, all the payments for the government, and it's a lot.
I know.
In Austria, it's crazy. I don't know how is it in Japan.
Ask. I have an accountant. He deals with my shipment, but I still have to. I mean, Josh and I, we're working on business every day. I mean, honestly, man, I think what we do is 80% business and marketing and 20% modeling. It's I'm not even joking. I mean, that's the truth, see, the thing is that obviously we have to create content. The thing is, I really, really, really like teaching, right? So I love recording courses. I love recording YouTube videos. I really enjoy, especially when I'm doing modeling. I just like doing it. And I like coaching people because I like them. I like to see them grow. I like to see them like, oh, they go from 1 to 20 and light that goes off, boom. Oh shit, that's so cool. I really like, that really gives me a lot of pleasure. And I really like modeling sci-fi stuff. So, great stuff. But yeah, 80% fucking business, 20% modeling. And I'm not even joking, man. That's people think like, oh, lovey-dovey, I'm going to just, no, modeling, good luck to you, man. It's going to be 20%. 80% is literally making sure that your business doesn't, is still working, right?
To keep your business alive.
Every day something breaks. I mean, literally every day you have to, if you are going to run your own business, you need to embrace chaos. That's it. Because you're gonna have chaos every fucking day. Every day you're gonna have to fix shit, right? So yeah.
Oh yeah. Or you get a nice letter from the government and tax repayment.
Or something like that,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Listen, that was amazing chat. I think we're just gonna run another one. We're gonna go dive deeper into your stuff because you have so much to show, man. We need to dive deeper.
We still have the skipped race. We have the blender vehicle, so we can talk more about
we
blender
will
there.
Talk about those,
Here on this one, we have also the interior. I also have a cross section.
That's so cool.
Show here.
You can do a cross section plasticity. You know that there's a tool now that allows you to, while you're modeling, literally slide the model up, and it's just gonna eat all the geos. You can kind of, it's really convenient. Nice.
That's
so cool. I would love to see it in
Mm.
Blender, but yeah, all
Uh,
the polygons get eaten.
yeah.
Yeah.
What I
Uh-huh.
wanted, one of my main references, but wait, I have to stop sharing the screen, right? Otherwise you don't see my video, or? No. When I show something now on my camera, do you see it?
I do, yeah. I see it, yeah, I do.
No. Well, this is the one.
Oh, this is the actual model. So
Uh,
you are not referencing, I mean, when you look at this reference, you weren't looking actually at pictures, you actually bought the damn thing.
yes. Well, I also have the DVD of this
That's
TV
that's
show.
kind of like creating a
But
blockout with AI, because you know you can actually touch it and rotate it. It's much different than looking at the picture, because you can feel the
yeah,
you know the relationships.
I love to. I mean, I'm completely surrounded here with spaceships. Oh, my first sci-fi toy, by the
R2D2.
way.
There you go. I have one over there on the desk. I'm not even.
It's not.
It's not R2D2.
It's
What
not
is that?
R2D2. No, it's Playmobil. It came out also in the 80s when Star Wars came out, so they made it. And wait, what do I have here? Dangerous. This one, for
Look at
example.
my toys.
Yeah.
Look at that fucker.
Yeah.
See that?
I mean, you know that's the design of an old
these are my
Ralph
friends.
Ralph McQuarrie.
Oh, this one is the what was it? The X-wing or whatever. This is really cool. Wait a minute. What is it actually a plastic model? What is this? That looks cool, man. That's
This
so cool.
That's from Hasbro. It has really good
Damn,
quality.
that's amazing. Where did you get that from?
But you just can find it online.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's a collectible.
And kind of, yeah. But they also have some kind of this is a good example for reference. You know, I have also
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
nice smooth kind of, you know, subd parts on it. Yeah, the trooper.
And here you see the, come on, focus. Yeah. This part here for the engines.
The thrusters. Yeah.
With the thruster materials.
Really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a ton of stuff here. Oh, my newest one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Is that Lego? No. It's Lego,
It's
right?
Lego, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Wait, I need to put this away. Oh, he doesn't stand anymore. To lay him down.
We're like kids playing with toys now. That's hilarious. in the other room, I got the Millennium Falcon from Lego built in a case.
Yeah. The big one.
It's like it's huge. It's massive.
Oh.
But it's kind of cool.
One of my favorites here. To have
Lego was a fun. Oh wait a minute, this is the that's Lego too.
No, that's not Lego. That's Hot Toys.
Oh, you can actually get one from Lego now, I think. Is it the robot from Star
Yeah,
Wars?
I know that they have it too. Yeah, that's from Rogue One.
They have now.
Does it focus too close? Yeah.
Yeah, these are very good inspirations, you know. But
yeah, and it's just nice to look directly on it, move it around,
that is
touch
true,
it,
because you can see this
it.
in different. I mean, the proportions are different, and you can feel the proportions right very differently. So it's really important.
Checking the dimensions and everything. Yeah.
Cool. We ended up on toys. It's awesome. That was sick, man. I really appreciate the time. So next time, what we're gonna do? We're gonna dive deeper into the ships, but also into the vehicles. And so wait a minute, you're working on something on Blender
vehicles.
now? You have some projects running in Blender. You can
I'm working on Blender.
I mean the next part, because that would be cool if you could. If
the
you
next
could share
part,
something you're working on right now in Blender, that'd be awesome.
And I will show this one.
Let's have a quick peek.
So this one was made for
that kind of reminds me. I mean, that kind of reminds me of Mass Effect. But you know what? I see an influence of this javelin from Noax.
Oh yeah. Because of the amount of
This is
details.
crazy. I mean, I really like this one.
Um,
It's kind of like a lowrider cabin. That's really cool. Yeah, Jesus
and it's,
Christ.
you know, it the Wilder world, it's kind of a cyberpunk world.
That's a lot of detail, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
so it's super much kit bashing here.
Yeah, modeling all that from scratch, good luck. I mean, that's gonna take some time.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you can do also a model.
Oh, you
I mean,
could. I mean,
a
yeah, you
modeled,
could.
I would say most of his model. I mean, the main shape, everything is modeled anyway. Also, the wheels
Yep,
are modeled.
for sure.
But yeah. I wanted to get a kind of a sci-fi look, sci-fi
That's
cyberpunk
definitely sci-fi, mate.
feeling, but believable, working, still functional. Here, for example, this part here,
Is this for
the
towing
wheel
spaceships
can
or
come
something? What
down
is
for
this for?
changing. The vehicle, it's for their mining
Oh,
area, but you can use, it also has a big, how do you call these parts in the back for carrying other vehicles?
I don't know.
Because you see, you can
Oh,
attach
like a
it here like on a
yeah, I know
truck,
what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
a truck. Mm,
Trailer. I think it's called
yeah,
trailer.
a trailer. Yeah, it has a huge trailer too. Uh, and here this part also for
Stabilizing. Yeah.
stabilizing when working with because you can put on crane, you can put on trailer, all kind of stuff. It can be military, civilian. It can be a fire truck thing. Yeah,
Awesome. This is really cool. I definitely need to look into
Tech.
this. So that was made in Blender, right?
This is
Beautiful,
Blender, yeah.
beautiful work.
This is poor Blender.
That's really cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, I learned a lot on this one here.
For sure, yeah. So there's recent
Um,
projects, yeah?
This is quite new, yeah.
That looks amazing, man.
But I'm fine to show it already. So
You're definitely gonna dive into that.
it was super much fun to do this.
Yeah, that's really nice, man. That's very detailed, kind of like a javelin level, to be honest. Really cool. Awesome. That's fantastic.
So this more into detail for the next
Yeah, for sure. I
podcast.
mean, we're gonna dive deeper into some more vessels, look into some of these vehicles in Blender, and have a more chat about the models, themselves for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, fantastic. Well, so we're gonna wrap it up here, and we're gonna continue in the part 2.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to watch your
I
stuff.
I hope some artists out there
Get inspired and
could learn inspired, could learn something.
specifically about how they should be running their portfolios and how important they are. Because they just don't listen, man. They think they know better. It's so funny. But yeah, that's the truth. Get your portfolio up to up to standard and keep it updated. You heard it from the guy.
I mean,
So
I gave feedback to artists and for their portfolio, or did also some mentorship. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really needed in this day and age because there's no direction. People are just confused. So yeah, this is really important. And like I said, we've been in our coaching program. We had like 700 plus people, and every single one of them was asking about lighting, camera setup, composition, their work, consistency of portfolio, blah. It's the same issue all the time. So people struggle with it a lot.
Yeah, of course. When you are new to this topic, to the games industry, you will ask about these things, these basic things. Yeah.
For sure. Awesome, man. Let's wrap it up now, and yeah, we're definitely gonna continue in the next part because this is fascinating, and I really enjoyed the design, and I'm sure that people love looking at this as well because that's so cool. This is pure sci-fi, man. So it's fantastic. Cheers, mate. Have a good day. Yeah.
Yeah, same for you.